Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Redbeard. You know, I think it might just be the time of the day where I think the sun is more directly, not quite directly over us. Ugh, I'm dirty. Did the yard work. Now I need to take a shower. Fucking filthy. But I think it's more like the sun is, we don't have as much light like later in the day when the sun is further into the west. We got a little more light back here, so it's probably, I show up a little bit better. Anyway, so we've got more. It's pretty much been wild turkey and Lefroy for the last few weeks. But anyway, so I said it again. Yeah, I'm gonna stop saying that word for a while now. So, in my opinion, this, maybe not for the price, but for the flavor, all around just quality of the whiskey, this is probably some of the best juice you can find on a day-to-day basis in liquor stores. Best bourbon, in my opinion. Give me a little bigger pour. On an everyday basis that's not highly allocated, the Russell's Reserve single barrel. If you can find their barrel picks, that stuff's great. I've never had a bad experience with those, but they are more expensive now. These are still running about mid-50s, $55 to $58, I think, before tax. But Russell's Reserve single barrel, in my opinion, is probably one of the best value buys for quality, taste, and alcohol. I used to go with Rare Breed, but now Rare Breed is more expensive than Russell's single barrel. So, it's just my opinion. I think it's some of the best juice on the shelf. Taste-wise, it's freaking wonderful. It's really hard to go wrong with it. It's just that candy, just spicy. Now, one thing I liked better, I don't know if I think the neighbor, so I just did the yard work, right? Like I said in the last video. So I mowed my yard, mowed my neighbor Joe's yard. Well, Joe always mows his neighbor's yard to the side of him, or at least the front yard. So I did that. Now I hear sounds like somebody's mowing the neighbor's backyard. They're like, oh crap, somebody mowed the front yard. Well, now we got to do the backyard. But anyway, I said it again. So, yeah, I'm going to have to stop saying anyway, at least for a while. I say it too much. I've said this before in past videos where I try to find certain phrases in my speech patterns that I use often and try to eliminate them, or eliminate the use of it on a regular basis. I might still use the word, but I try to break that speech pattern. So is another one. Back to what I was talking about. Russell's Reserve. I feel like I like the regular single barrels maybe a little better, and I'll have to do a blind taste test on this one. Maybe a little better than the 13-year-old. And there's one thing that I've become accustomed to when you take, I'm trying to vocalize this thought as I'm thinking it. So it's the difference that I found between the Hey! This one might get splinters from this one. But anyway, fucking said it again. Hey! Catch a splinter in the eye from doing that. Shut up. I'm trying to vocalize my thoughts here. This is something that like I'm experiencing for the first time myself. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a weird thing about people with ADD. They're hearing their words. Look at that. Somebody's around the corner. Somebody's around the corner. But anyway. Fuck. Who's over there, Bonnie? Fuck some shit up. So my thought is this, I had the same experience with Russell's single barrel and the Russell's 13. Same experience also with Ardbeg 10 and the Ardbeg 19-year-old. The older the whiskey doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. Now it does taste great, both of them, but whenever your experience for the most part is the younger, more vibrant whiskey, and you experience the older, more mature, usually a little more on the tame side, because the barrel, what the fuck is that? Fucking, I'm gonna have to go over there and shut them up. I'm trying to record. Usually the older whiskey is more mellow, because the time in the barrel does that to whiskey. Now it doesn't mean it's bad, it just means it's older. But in many cases, I have found that I like the younger, hit myself in the face. I like the younger, wilder, more, I can't think of the word. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I feel like that I enjoy the younger whiskeys over the older, more mature whiskeys. I mean, I do like younger women over older ones. So, maybe we're onto something there. But I do feel, I think a lot of people get discouraged whenever, say that they're a big fan of whatever whiskey, and that's their regular drink. Like they love Wild Turkey 101, and then they find out Russell's Reserve is also made by Wild Turkey. Then they get into the Russell's single barrel, and they're like, this stuff's great as well. It's got more alcohol, and it's got just as much flavor as the Wild Turkey, just as much and more flavor as the Wild Turkey. And then they're like, ooh, Russell's Reserve 13 year, let's get that. Well, it's may or may not be at cask strength or the 110 proof like the single barrel, and it's older, so then it's a little more tame because of the time in the barrel, and they're usually disappointed because it doesn't have the same kick and bite that they're used to. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. It doesn't have the same presence as a younger whiskey. Younger whiskey is going to be a little more vibrant and aggressive. Oh man, that's straight fucking vanilla extract right there. That was just 100% vanilla. Vanilla and spice. Cinnamon. This is another one. If I could just have this every day of the week in this form, you know, room temperature, it's just so good. I'm gonna have to go buy find me another one of these bottles. This was a good single barrel, but I think that's all I got, guys. Gotta get cleaned up for a wedding here in a little bit. I might get cleaned up, come out and do one more review, and then head out. That'll be 2 or 3 for Saturday, and then I only really need 1 or 2 for Sunday. Then I'll have stuff ready for the week. So, thanks for watching, guys. Like the video, subscribe, share with your friends. Check the description below for all the ways to help out with the bills around the house. I got Patreon, I got PayPal, I got Venmo. I mean, you can shoot me 20 bucks if you want. I mean, one-time donation. It's whatever. Whatever y'all want to do. I'm not getting paid by anybody. I do have a few patrons. I make like enough to buy a bottle of Jim Beam every month. But and I still got guys like Oscar and Dean. They send me samples, or they're sending me samples. I mean, it's all good, man. I still have fun. I'm having fun doing it now. Maybe the stress of trying to post all the time so I could keep, you know, YouTube happy. I might not even monetize the channel again. If I ever get to where I'm making like 1,000 views a video within 24 hours, I might monetize again. But right now, I can say whatever the fuck I want, and they can't do anything about it. I mean, they could delete my channel if they wanted to, but as far as ads go, it doesn't matter. Well, if you haven't checked out Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, you should do it. If you're a fan of bourbon, it's probably going to be one of the best bourbons you've ever had. But that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Like always, drink some whiskey, share it with your friends and family. Be safe, don't drink and drive, take care, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.